YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Thanks for joining me for another The Prices Are Falling in Australia edition. What most media doesn't want to cover and tell you, because a lot of media doesn't go outside the country to look at what's happening at other English-speaking countries. They do from time to time, so they don't look so uninformed, should I say. But let's take a look here. This is by Small Caps. This is from July 7, 2018. Are falling house prices a sign the property boom is over? It has taken a while, but after the mother of all property booms, Australians are finally getting used to the falling prices. Housing prices have slipped for many Australian capital cities in the past quarter. Tighter lending conditions and falling investment levels continue to affect the market. The biggest market of Sydney is 0.9% and Melbourne 1.4%. Fell the most in the last quarter. Okay, so before you go on there on the comments and saying, that's nothing, Mike. Well, it's something. And let me show you why it's something. If you follow what's going on in the UK like I do in London, London house prices falling the fastest rate in 9 years. Reports 3.2% between January and March compared to the previous quarter. It's been falling for a long time in London. House prices in London are falling fastest rate in 9 years, according to Halifax, Britain's biggest mortgage lender. Prices in capital were down 3.2% of January and March compared to the previous quarter. The sharpest decline in depth. So it started like this. See? Small amount increases 0.3%. So it started in the beginning. When it started dropping like that, like little 0 point something. And a lot of people in the comment section from London were saying, Mike, you're crazy, man. These things are not going to go down. And look what's happened. So on the national level, home prices fell 0.2%, which marks the 9th consecutive month-on-month drop, according to the latest report from the Property Industry Analysis CoreLogic. National property prices peaked in September. The last year have fallen since 1.3% to a median of 556 large. It is important to exaggerate the falls, though. National property prices are still 32.4% higher compared to 5 years ago. Remember, guys, the massive bull run? Of course it's going to be higher. Remember the flow of capital, foreign capital coming into the country and creating this false bubble, and then the Australian propers completely bought out of the market, so they went out of the big cities to smaller towns like Hobart and all those little towns and started building it up and then raising that property level up outside the cities to give this massive bubble look across the country when it's just the Australian proper trying to make ends meet and trying to settle down and lay roots and have kids. Australians have a lot of kids, lots of kids, so you can pass on the Australian culture to the next generation so it doesn't get completely fizzled out. For recent home buyers, either investors or owners, occupiers, they may well be in a situation of negative equity. That's how it starts, people. Raising interest rates, then negative equity, and guess what happens from there? That is fine if it is long-term investment, but not flash for flippers who want to ride big rising markets and flip property for quick profits. Worsening the pressure, several lenders have been raising their home loan interest rates despite no upwards movement in the official interest rates due to higher offshore funding costs. That's what I said. The negative equity effect has been stronger in some big cities of Sydney and Melbourne. And now, whether it has the most expensive or least expensive end to capital city markets, national prices and the high end fell 3.6%, but prices rose 1.4% at the lower end as the flood frustrated first home buyers finally started to buy in. Those differences were much more pronounced in Sydney and Melbourne, with their priciest homes falling 7.3% and the cheapest rising 2.5%. The cheapest are rising because, guys, remember, the Australian proper left the big cities or moved an hour away from the big city to commute into the big city. That's why the cheapest ones are rising, guys. So nobody please panic, okay? Nobody panic, okay? Mortgage stress on the rise. So remember, mortgage stress, people have to go through vigorous applications to get approved. Loan defaults increasing. For the share market investors, these numbers are a bit warning that the old days of the bank enjoying Even falling loan defaults will be over. Indeed, Mr. North said, banks could be facing a loan write-offs of $927 million in Victoria from potential owner-occupier defaults or forced sales in the next year, as a $1.3 billion in New South Wales. For share investors, the usual rules of buying, the banks are not most aggressive about growing their loan books, has not been stood on its head. Loan equity more important than loan growth. Growing property still driving the property markets. If there is one positive that is still driving fundamentals in the property market, it is population and the rising faster than expected. Okay, guys, someone's gonna have to educate me because I have a grade 6 reading level, and I'm Portuguese, so that's like a deadly combination. Someone's gonna have to inform me here what the hell's going on, because the Australian proper isn't having any kids. I read a couple of reviews that the Australian proper's birth rate is lower than the death rate. And when I say Australian proper, it's people that moved from all over the world to make Australia a great place, people that went to Australia to make a difference and send their kids to school, lay roots, live in the homes, and prosper, and leave a legacy for their kids and grandkids. That's what I mean when I say Australian proper. From everywhere, that's there to really turn the tide and make Australia a great country to live in. And so how is this possible with this huge growing population faster than ever before? Are these articles that I'm reading all wrong? I guess maybe I'm severely delusional. Before, and now is set to hit 25 million in early August, a full 33 years earlier estimates made in 1999 when the population was just 19 million. The population pace is still rising the last month, being added in just 2.5 years. I really feel bad for Australians. Like, I don't know what's going on. You read one article, they say that the Australian proper's birth rate is lower than the death rate, and more people are dying. There's not enough Australian proper to replace the Australians, because Australian proper is very important, because those are the people that pay the taxes, send their kids to school, go to church on Sundays. Those are the people that are actually setting up the country for prosperity, right? I'm severely delusional. Someone's going to have to comment below and give me a little write-up on what's going on. I do read the comments, guys, so let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Thanks for watching. Guys, share me on Facebook and other platforms. Get my ugly mug out there, because a lot of people are still in doubt, and a lot of people aren't invited to the parties, especially the people that didn't buy when everyone was making fun of the people. The people that bought at the parties you used to go to, and barbecues you used to go to, and the people that bought were making fun of the people that didn't buy. Now the people that didn't buy are laughing right now, and now they're not invited to the parties. Well, you know what? Call me over. I'll come and have a drink with you. Mike Martin signing out from Merritt, British Columbia. Thanks for watching.